Hi, my name is Sean Fagan. I am the product manager at Lightspeed Technologies. I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about our Exciter technology and our RedCap product. So at Lightspeed, we really pride ourselves in developing high quality audio solutions specifically designed for the classroom. We focus on high levels of speech intelligibility, but we also want to deliver a tremendous amount of value in our products. So with Exciter technology, which is something that we've spent years fine-tuning and developing, again, designing specifically for our application, which is the classroom, it allows for a very wide dispersion of crystal clear audio that you can really reach the entire classroom from just a single point or a single speaker in our case. That benefit combined with our lightweight microphone that the teacher wears around her neck really make for a simple, flexible, and cost-effective solution both for the administrators and the teachers. So to show a little bit about Exciter technology and what it is, we'll look at our RedCap product. The entire front panel of this speaker is really, of the system is actually a speaker. This is the Exciter technology flat panel speaker. When it produces sound, that audio is actually coming from all points of this panel. So it's sending that audio out in all different directions, ultimately kind of enveloping the entire room with audio. So to truly understand, really what's going on and how that's working, the easiest analogy that I like to use is to compare a flashlight with a light bulb. So a flashlight produces an incredibly bright beam of light that you can shoot at something far in the distance or up close. It does a great job of lighting that small area. If you shine it in your eyes, it kind of hurts. It makes you blink, makes you squint. But ultimately does a really good job of lighting that small area. A light bulb, by contrast, it actually uses a very similar amount of energy, but what it does is it uses that energy to diffuse the light. If you stare at a light bulb, it doesn't necessarily hurt your eyes or make you squint too much. It's not near as bright, but it really does cover a much larger area, even a whole room with a single light bulb. So it's all about diffusing that light energy. So our Exciter technology is very similar to that light bulb, right? It uses the same amount of energy as, say, a traditional cone speaker. What Exciter technology doesn't do is it doesn't get incredibly loud. It doesn't project that sound to cover a very large distance in, say, a large auditorium or an outdoor venue. But what it does do is it sends that sound in all different directions in a smaller space like a classroom. It really is able to send that audio and almost pretty much cover that entire room with that wide distribution of sound. So again, it's what Lightspeed does, and what we focus on is taking a technology and optimizing it for our application. And this particular type of technology really does work well in the classroom. On top of the dispersion, the other part of the story is the incredible amount of speech intelligibility or clarity of speech that it delivers. We're not really just about making the teacher louder or making sure that people can hear the teacher's voice. It's all about making sure that the students can understand the teacher's voice, and understanding and speech intelligibility is all about clarity of the high frequency consonant sounds, the S's and the T's. Those sounds are not possible to project over any kind of distance, particularly if the teacher's facing one way and the students are over there. Those sounds are actually getting masked. Speech intelligibility is essentially when you whisper and talk like this. That is all about intelligibility. And you cannot make a whisper loud. What our Exciter technology product does is it actually takes those high frequency sounds and it really does make sure those are dispersed everywhere in the room. And so you do have that same level of clarity from one corner to the other in the classroom. That's not possible with a traditional cone type of speaker. Those high frequency sounds are projected in a very narrow beam, much like the flashlight. We do a much better job of dispersing the audio with the Exciter technology. So again, it's not about making the teacher loud, it's about making the teacher clear. The result when you add this to the classroom is really ultimately a much quieter classroom. The students are able to clearly hear and understand, so they're more attentive, more focused. the teachers actually don't have to project and make sure they're loud. They can actually speak in much quieter, conversational type tones. So really the result is a calmer and quieter classroom, which helps lower the stress level and just makes it a much more pleasant environment for everyone to be in. There was a recent case study that was conducted that essentially measured exactly that. How much speech intelligibility does the Red Cat introduce into the classroom? How much more are the students able to understand with the Red Cat compared to without the Red Cat? So the results of this study were absolutely staggering. They basically compared days where they had the Red Cat to days where they didn't have the Red Cat, and essentially averaged the scores. The results were basically that on days with the Red Cat, there was about 15,000 words on average that the students could understand. When they didn't have the Red Cat, that number was only 10,000. So those results are absolutely incredible. It is not difficult to imagine the benefits both in the behavior and even the performance of the students that would result from that type of understanding and intelligibility. So I want to thank you today for your time. Be sure to ask your local Lightspeed representatives for more details about the Red Cat, why it's such a compelling and cost-effective solution for you, and any more questions that you could possibly have. Thank you very much.